thing is launched live, baby.
On deck!
Good experience. Their heads are right, they've been in the weight room. I would say these kids got very strong this past fall. Just knowing that anything is possible pretty much this year.
And now,
we're focusing on one game at a time, just focusing on making sure we execute every play, every moment.
The Austin High Maroon On Deck Show.
Players, my teammates, we developed a really good relationship over the season.
Brought to you by Plains Capital, Nance Orthodontic, Mark Hart Architecture, by Delta Millworks, by Somanos, by Prosperity Roofing, by Cover Chevrolet, by James Gonin Architecture, and by the Chuck Nash Auto Group, by Tate Property, Terrytown Pharmacy, Innovative Care, Timeless Service, 8118 Dental Professionals, dental care focused on whole body wellness, Sportsman's Barbershop, a friendly neighborhood barbershop, Horizon Bank. Since 1905, Horizon has been proud to work with local businesses across Central Texas and beyond. And now to the Maroon Broadcast booth. Here's David Roy and James Scott.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We hope it's warm where you at, because we are braving the elements and we are embracing the cold ourselves on your behalf. Not just myself, but we're sitting here at Steve Castro Field, home of the Robstown Pickers here, and Austin High will get set up to square off against Robstown. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth as always, and our high school broadcast crew is joined us as well. We got Fatima, Maisie, Miss Lulu back here running the show as per usual. James, it's cold.
It's just a state of the mind. It is 40 degrees here. We have a 9-mile-an-hour wind blowing from the north-northeast, which from your screen that's in from basically left field, left center. We'll set the Maroon defense here in just a second as Ty Schreiber is on the mound, jumps out to a 1-0 count.
Yeah.
0-1 count, I should say. Ty Schreiber, last year, this is his first appearance this year. Last year, 10 innings pitched, 4 games, 2 of them started. So this is his third career start on varsity. 0-1 last year. Gave up 11 hits, 5 runs, walked 9, struck out 5, 3.50 ERA.
Schreiber comes back, working down the 2-1, and comes up with the 2-2.
Set the dimensions of Steve Castro Field. Left field 315, left center 345. Foul ball back over first base. Center field 380, right center 345, and right field 315 as well, David Roy.
Pretty even, pretty static, and about what you would expect.
It is a good-looking ballpark.
It's nice, even, and Schreiber puts one away to get our evening started here.
You got to tip your hat to the Robstown Cotton Pickers. They took a page out of the Milwaukee Brewers and Houston Astros playbook, named it after, I guess, what they're known for, I guess. Maybe it was growing cotton, I would assume.
Yeah.
And that was a quick strike.
Yeah, it was very quick. Schreiber not wasting time.
40 degrees will do that to you.
They're all out here, long sleeves, got the masks on, some of them do, and they are not playing around. Look out here at Hayden Carter at second base. He got the whole headgear on, the mask, all of it. And this one lifted out to right. It's a foul ball, and Besa unable to get underneath it for the out, so it goes down the 1-2.
We should set the defense. So, like we mentioned, Ty Schreiber is on the mound. Battery made Osby Contreras behind the dish. First base, we have Fletcher Wilson. Hayden Carter is over at second base. Logan Kinney at shortstop. Javi Godinez in left. Jason Martinez in left. James Scott Jr. in center. And Jaden Besa is in right.
Schreiber comes back with the 2-2 here. I'll look to put another one away. Outside pitch, can't get him to chase, and so that'll bring us to a full 3-2 count with one away here in the top of the first. Schreiber, the windup. And he will walk one here. So he's put one away, and he has now walked one through the 2/3 of the top of the order.
It's looking like his fastball early on has got some movement riding out, and that one just rode up right out of the zone.
Schreiber has this one fouled off.
Boy, he's working quick.
I mean, he is not wasting time.
Defense going to love that. We are the home team, even though we are at Robstown Park. We're in a tournament, so we flipped for it, and we won.
Dawson High wearing their all white as a result. Robstown, the red jerseys and the white pants. Nice little red stripe down the side. Schreiber, the 1-1 wind up. And this one fouled off straight back. And up and over the net brings us to the 1-2.
Good hustle on Contreras' part, giving that all the effort. It's about 40 feet out of play, but he was giving it his all.
Probably for the best.
Well,
get the
you
blood
never
flowing
know.
a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Try to keep those legs loose. He's sitting there. And throw. A little bit wild pitch there. And just gets away, gets outside. Good stop by Contreras, but runner advances over to second. So with the 2-2. Schreiber has this one fouled off as well, lifted way off to the right here. And again out of the park, so 2-2 count again.
I think we have a PA announcer who thinks he's a play-by-play guy. That's interesting.
And we doubling up here a little bit here for the hometown. Schreiber delivers low. It's a full count here, one away, runner at second, in scoring position here. Still top of the first. And still scoreless here. And Schreiber walks another.
Goodness gracious. We are right behind the home plate umpire and Osby Contreras. That was very close.
2 on, 1 out. That's what I just said. Man, this PA announcer stealing all our stuff here. Schreiber maybe having a little bit of control issue, coming off the mound a little bit. Quite can't get the pitches, I think, to land where he'd like him to. The 1-0. This one comes back, finds his own. It's a 1-1.
Let's roll a pair right here. May have the right hitter to do it.
So the 1-1 swung on, missed. A 1-2 count with 1 away. Runners on first and second. Schreiber will step off here. Slowed down a little bit. We talked about how fast he was going from one pitch to the next, and Seems he slowed up a little bit. This one lifts and fouled off down the first baseline. Besa jogging its way over, and
Ball 2 strikes.
I think he knew, like we did, that was going to drop before he was going to be able to get there and make a play on it.
Yeah, you mentioned Ty slowing down a little bit, and that's a good thing to do when you start missing the zone, right? You can work fast as can be when you're in that moment and in the zone, but good to see him take a little pause and get focused.
He'll step off here again. See if he can't catch. Robstown maybe taking off from second. This one, chop back the mound. Schreiber can't get to it. Kenny to 2.
Ooh.
And Carter, this, and the air will bring one home.
Robstown scores his first run.
We need to be quicker. That ball was never going to be a double play because it was hit too soft. So good job by Kenny getting the lead run, or the runner going to second, I should say. But we need to hold that ball in the middle.
Yeah. Well, and it looked like Carter came up just a little bit late to try and make that throw, too.
Yeah.
He gets his head around maybe a little bit quicker, can get in position, or position himself perhaps a little bit better, can make that throw. But and he's young. We give him credit for that, being a sophomore here, learning experience for him to just take it and eat that one. This one floated right to him, and he makes up for it in the interim. So that will bring us in to the bottom of the first as Austin High gives up a run, but they will hold runners at first. So when we come back, you're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vipe Live Network, on the other side. Welcome back in, Steve Castro Field, home of the Robstown Cotton Pickers. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth, and we'll get you set up for the batting lineup for Austin High.
Yeah, leading off, playing center field, James Scott Jr. Batting second, playing third base, Javi Godinez. Batting third and catching, Osby Contreras. Batting fourth and playing right field, Jaden Besa. Fifth and playing shortstop, Logan Kenny. Sixth and on the mound, Ty Schreiber. Seventh and first, Fletcher Wilson, as we set for the first pitch.
Scott takes his first one for a strike.
Batting eighth and playing left field, Jason Martinez. And batting ninth and playing second, Carter Hayden.
Swing and a miss from James Scott. Goes down 0-2.
Scott, the center fielder, down 0-2.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and wow.
Boy.
That was
3 pitches and 1 swing. Well, however, it is 2 strikes.
It is 2 strikes. It's fair.
It's close enough for him to call with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
You got to put up a better fight than that.
Up comes Godinez.
Javi hit the ball well. Monday against Stony Point.
He'll go down 0-1. And the 0-1 outside, that's 0-2. Godinez didn't swing at that one either. So 1 away, down 0-2. And Godinez backed into a corner here. And he will wave at the 0-2 offering and go down. That's 2 away.
Down for the Marines.
2 up, 2 down. Up comes Osby Contreras.
Osby Contreras, one of the top 60 players to watch, according to the Austin American Statesman. In Central Texas, he went 2 for 4, earned it on Monday against Stony Point.
Contreras, number 2, the number 21, the catcher.
So 2 away, Austin High down by 1 after the first here, bottom of the first inning. And Contreras fouls off the first one, so
Foul tip.
this Robstown pitcher started outside, worked pretty outside heavily against James Scott and Godinez, then comes back. First pitch here for Contreras is inside. The wind up.
Curveball just a little bit high. For the
Comes
ball.
up.
21.
Just can't get it to drop down into the zone here, so the 1-1. And Contreras takes the 1-1 pitch and goes down on the count 1-2, 2 away. Yeah, that went outside.
2-2. 2 balls.
So
2
come back,
strikes,
the
2
2-2 count.
Home half of the first inning.
Outside.
Strike on the outside the court.
They did not call that a strike.
Let's take the ball.
So full count, 3-2.
Full count now, 3-2.
Everybody and their mother thought it was a strike. And that one downstairs, and that will walk Osby Contreras. So he will get one on.
We don't have the Cotton Pickers lineup right now, although it is coming into us. Moreno is on the mound. Do not have a first name.
Number 1, Jaden Besa, the right fielder next batter.
That brings up Jaden Besa. Senior Jaden Besa.
Up, and we have a runner on now with 2 away.
307 on base percentage last year. 6 runs scored in 28 games, 79 plate appearances.
And Besa will swing and miss. The first one here, the 0-1.
So far in the first inning, it looks like Moreno's fastball sitting between 77 and 79, and his breaking ball's around 64, 65 miles an hour.
And that'll stay fair. Rolls down to third base line. Besa gets on. The play at third. Not in time.
Good hustle by Osby Contreras over there. And Coach A bringing him over. Little infield seeing eye single
Yeah.
for Besa. Now that brings up runners first and third with the babe, Logan Kinney.
Well, and Contreras got a really nice jump off first. Started out going as Besa took that swing. Just a nice little soft bouncing grounder down that third base line. Stays fair, and Besa able to beat the throw to first. And Contreras and Coach A playing aggressive there, able to take off and puts him in scoring position here for Logan Kenny. Really good opportunity here for Kenny to drive in the tying score. Two away. And he'll foul this one off. Just down that third base line. It skips to the wrong side of the chalk.
You know, I mentioned Monday, Logan hit a big bomb in the scrimmage. This would be a great time for one.
Would be tough going out to left, but if you can get it, catch it on the wind here, head out to right. That one way upstairs.
1-1. 2 out, runners at the corners.
It's like those Christmas decorations you never want to see getting tucked up in the attic. The 1-1 count here for Kenny. That one way upstairs and off to the left.
2-1.
Checking to see if the lights are on for Logan Kenny, I guess.
So far, Moreno's relying a lot on the breaking ball.
Kenny pops this one up. It's going to float. And first base able to range over and make the grab. So an inning in, and Austin High trails 1-0, leaving a runner in scoring position, 2 on the corners. And Austin High will see Ty Schreiber go back to work here at the top of the second. When we come back, you're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vibe Live Network.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Welcome back in. Steve Castro Field, David Arroyo, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. Austin High trails 1-0 through an inning of play, and we'll see Ty Schreiber and company go back to work off the mound. Tough bottom of the first there for Austin High. Runners at the corners, but you start down 2 away. Imagine if even one of those is a base hit. You've got a tie ball game.
That indeed.
Instead, sitting here, down 1. Still early, though, enough time for things to change. The run only scored 2 for the record on the air from the throw from second to first.
That's true. Now, one thing to keep in mind, usually we play 7 innings. This being a tournament and with the weather the way it is, I'm not quite sure that they're going to let us go
the full
past
7.
2 no matter what.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss there. So we may be on an hour 45 or 2 hour time limit.
Yep.
So
this one popped, driven out, and Besa settles underneath it. That one got caught and just sat way up in the air and allowed Besa to come up to short right and record the first down of the second inning here.
Number 12, Dylan West.
So up comes Dylan West, and he no sooner than gets up here than Ty Schreiber gets him, and a hit by pitch.
the ball is dead, gentlemen. It's a hit batter. Got him in the tiptoe of the foot. West is their second baseman.
West took off, kind of running down there, and so one away, one on. Top of the second. Schreiber, the windup, and finds his own. Strike one.
Looks like Cadenas is hugging the line over at third. Not sure if he's expecting the hitter to pull or what, but it looks like Ty's working away. I'd like to see Godinez take 2 or 3 steps to his left, give him a little bit more range, as up the middle we've had to pinch in because of the runner at first.
Throw back to Wilson here again. Yeah, and you got it. Godinez not just playing close to the line, but kind of playing in a little bit. Not sure if he expects him to put a play on. Throw, Contreras that tailed off at the end and skips away from Logan Kenny off his glove. Hayden Carter able to range over and keep any extra base off there.
It's looking like base is shallow in center. I'm seeing right. Scott is just to the opposite field side of center field.
One-two count here for Schreiber. And that'll just miss here. Go 2-2.
1 on, 1 out.
Schreiber way outside there and upstairs. And you can see Schreiber shaking his head. He wants that one back. Full count. I think he knew he didn't like it the way it came off his hand.
It's one of the things you have to deal with when it's this chilly out. That's a good pitch right there.
Fouled off.
Count holds at 3-2. Full count.
Count stays 3-2.
You know, it's probably not appreciated enough, but how important feel is on the pitcher's hand, especially.
This one bounces to first. Wilson records the out. Nice and easy. Does advance the runner from second to third and puts him just 90 feet away from home plate. But 2 away for Austin High, and they'll have a little meeting at the mound. Not sure who called the meeting, but they're having a meeting.
Number 7, Elijah Gonzalez, the center fielder, step in here. 2 out, runner at third.
So up comes Gonzalez.
High and outside for the ball.
See the second and short fanning out, leaving a nice wide gap behind Schreiber.
Outside again, 2-0.
Schreiber working outside, comes up 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch fouled off. Back and to the right and up and over the netting. It's been about the third or the fourth one that's done that here this afternoon. This one driven straight over to short. Kenny, throw to first, is in time, and so that will bring us into the bottom of the second as Austin High does their job, and they get out of there keeping Robstown scoreless. Still a 1-0 game heading into the bottom of the second when we come back. You're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vipe Live Network.
Hi everyone, I'm Gigi for Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC in San Marcos. We'd like to invite you to shop Chuck Nash, where we combine small town hospitality with a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Right now, we have over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, and a friendly staff to guide you through your purchase. Stop into Chuck Nash Chevrolet Buick GMC today and experience a new way of buying or selling your next vehicle.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. We're not really in a booth as much as we've tucked ourselves into a little corner as much as we can to try and ward off the chill.
The Cotton Pickers have a small broadcast booth.
They do. It's not big. This broadcast booth is not big enough for all of us.
That's true. So we're out in the elements with the crowd, with the people.
We
are a team of the people.
We are suffering on your behalf, those of you tuning in at home, and we are suffering with our compatriots out here as Schreiber working at the plate right now, and he'll take the first one for ball one.
Ty Schreiber, .313 on base percentage last year in 34 plate appearances.
And he'll take this one for ball two. That one inside. So first one a little bit high out and away, and this one high and in. Gives Schreiber a nice room here, 2-0.
You know, I wonder how many people are sitting in the comfort of their home, maybe a fire in the fireplace, a beverage of their choice, some chips and dip.
Yeah.
Enjoying this stream, as you should.
Yeah. Nice 3-0 count here for Schreiber. Can he get on here? Draw the walk? He will not, but he will take it for the strike. And at that point, you're up 3-0. You might as well take it and see if you can go up 4-0. Does not. We'll see what he does at the 3-1. And this time he does walk.
There you go.
So 1 on.
Number 5, Fletcher Wilson at first base.
All right, Fletcher Wilson in. I believe he was hitless on Monday.
Yes. I cannot see.
Yeah, he was 0 for 1 on Monday.
And we do have a courtesy runner in for
Schreiber. That's Dice.
Dice, yeah.
Charlie Dice.
Couldn't see the number at first. Now we got a good look. Charlie Dice.
Last year, Fletcher Wilson, .421 on base percentage, .729 OPS, 19 plate appearances.
Schreiber comes back. Wilson hits this soft to short. And so the runner will advance to second, even as Fletcher Wilson grounds his way down. So up comes Jason Martinez.
Brings up number 10, Jason Martinez, the left fielder.
So 1 away here for Austin High, but 1 in scoring position.
Jason 0 for 1 on Monday against Stony Point.
Lays down a bunt, fouled off. Coach A had a little play on.
First run will have to retreat to second base.
Jason did walk on Monday
yeah.
as well as had a great bunt.
They try to put that play on again. He just fouled it off, 0-1. Jason's got that set of wheels. He can lay down a bunt and beat the throw. And Martinez takes time. Pitcher was looking back and forth, and Martinez finally said, no. So the 0-1 count. 1 away, runner at second. Ossahai still down 1-0. Wind up. Inside. They'll call it a strike here. Martinez tried to sell it a little bit that it was too far inside. Did not work. 0-2. Lined up high outside here, so the 1-2 count here. Good eye from Martinez. Done wave at it.
You got Hayden on deck and then back to the top of the order.
Wind up from Martinez, swings and misses.
Got him out in front on a 66-mile-an-hour curveball.
I think he saw it a little bit too. Looked like Martinez recognized mid-swing. Tried to slow up just enough to catch up to it. Just couldn't make contact.
This is Hayden's first varsity at-bat.
It's a ball that was dropped, and Dice could not get to third. The throw was in time, and that will bring us into the top of the third inning, as that is the third out needed. And so only one pitch for Hayden's first varsity at bat, and it ends with a put-out, force out on the stolen base attempt.
So he'll get a mulligan coming back in.
Yeah,
yep.
he'll get to try it again when we come back in the bottom of the third. But for now, Ty Schreiber looks to go back to work from the mound at the top of the third. When we come back, Austin High trails by 1 here in the Austin High YouTube network.
Almost every day, banking touches some aspect of your life, from growing your business, saving for retirement, or planning for future generations of your family. That's why it's so important to pick the right financial partner. The good folks at Plains Capital Bank have deep roots in Austin, serving Central Texas owned and operated businesses for over 20 years, from commercial real estate to managing your wealth. You can find them at plainscapital.com or call them at 457-7500. And when you talk to them, be sure to tell you that my friend Paul said hello, member FDIC.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here at the broadcast booth and the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vibe Live network. Ty Schreiber looking to go back to work. Battle of the 11s right now here from mound to plate. And it'll start with a way outside pitch from Ty Schreiber to go to up 1-0.
And this number 11 is Ramon, their leadoff hitter, third baseman.
Schreiber comes back with a strike, evens up the count at 1 apiece. Downstairs, bounce its way into the glove of Contreras. So the 2-1. Schreiber, you see, slow down a little bit here, takes time with it, comes back, finds the zone, 2-2 count.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
And this one popped, driven to left. Besa only takes about a handful of steps, about 5 of them maybe, to just settle underneath and record the out. That's 1 away here in the top of the third.
The shortstop, number 6, steps in here. 0-1 here. 1 away.
All right, shortstop Rebello walked in the first inning.
And he will foul this one off towards the Austin High dugout.
0-1.
He'll go down in the count 0-1. 1 away already. Wind up. High and outside, and that'll go 1-1.
1 away and nobody on.
Swing and a miss. And the 1-2. Good job by Schreiber getting him to chase after it. 2. Hit over to second. Hayden makes the throw to first, and that's 2 away.
Good job, Carter Hayden.
Just making it nice and easy. 2 nice, easy plays. Ty Schreiber, we talked about it Monday, and who's going to replace the aggregate that is Jake Beck. And so far, coming out as this one chopped down the first baseline to Fletcher, and it's a foul ball, 0-1. Right now, both Schreiber and Fletcher Wilson looking good early here in the season.
Yeah, Fletcher threw a heck of a game Monday night, especially this early in the season.
Schreiber not doing too bad here as this one gets popped up. Everybody's sitting underneath it, and Cadenas makes a grab. And that's 3 away. Retires the side. And that will bring us in to the bottom of the third, and the Austin High Bats look to get going and try and even this score up. Are making contact. Can they get one across? We'll find out when we come back. Bottom of the third on the other side.
I'm Hunter Malloy with Prosperity Roofing. Central Texas got hit hard with hail this year, and Prosperity Roofing has been there to pick up the pieces.
My house took some damage in that last hailstorm, and Prosperity Roofing quickly worked directly with my insurance company to replace it with a way better looking roof. They earned my 5-star review. I highly recommend them.
Everything important in your life happens under your roof. Let Prosperity Roofing give your home the roof it deserves.
Welcome back into Steve Castro Field. David Roy, James Scott. They're moving pretty quick, so we're going to move just as quickly for you here as we work our way through. You talk about it. Hayden had the nice play there. Nice scoop and throw to first. And now, like I said, gets that mulligan. Off the force out on the stolen base attempt by Charlie Dice.
Yep, so we have Hayden, Scott, and Godinez up for the Maroons here in the bottom of the third. The wind has died down a little. I was noticing at the end of the top of the third, the flags in left center were limp. They're not that much better right now. That makes it a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, a little
as
bit.
Comfortable as 40 degrees can be. For Mr. Carter Hayden.
Hayden watches the first one, takes it, goes up ahead in the count 1-0. Looked like he wanted to wave at it too, and does a nice job holding himself back on it. And sits off the 1-0 pitch as well. So 2-0 count gives him a nice cushion. Nice hitter's count.
2-0 count. Carter.
And Carter will take for ball 3. At this point, just take it again. Allows you with this kind of a cushion from a hitting standpoint to be a little bit more selective with your pitches that you wave at here. Just I say that, lays off this one, takes it for first strike, so a 3-1 count here for Carter Hayden. And he will wave at the 3-1, fouls it off, 3-2.
You know, I know why with 3-0 you'd take that pitch, but it looks like every 3-0 count he's got to so far. He comes in with, in essence, a straight change about 68 miles an hour, which would be nothing but batting practice. So we may want to rethink our strategy there. And if it's 3-0 dead red and it's right where you want, man, have a hack.
Come off the conventional wisdom, right? You got to, at some point, got to throw convention out. 3-2. And this one popped. Shortstop waving for it, makes a grab, able to range over into short center field. And that'll put one away here. So up comes James Scott. Went down looking in his first at bat.
James Scott, center fielder. Struck out. It's time up.
And he will foul off this one.
So he started him off with a curveball, 64. Looks like to be pitching him backwards now.
The 0-1 wind up. Scott pops this over to short. Throw to first is in time, and that's 2 away. That one just bounced its way over to short and able to make the easy throw.
Yeah, back-to-back curveballs. He's just out in front on that one, too.
Up comes Javi Godinez.
Javi Godinez, the third baseman, wearing number 2. Struck out last time.
Bottom of the third here, and he will take this one for ball 1. Godinez popped that one foul, and that one of those little short taps that just hovers around the plate. So 1-1. Wind up. Javi grinds this one over to second. Just rolls its way out there. And that is another easy out for Robstown. And retires a side. Brings us into the top of the 4th. With Robstown up 1-0 over the Maroons. Ty Schreiber, most likely back on the mat here when we come back. You're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vipe Live network, when we return.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brikerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Welcome back in. David Arroyo, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. As Austin High trails 1-0.
And it's not just us today. We have our broadcast team back.
Yep. Yeah, we're back to normal.
Fatima, Maisie, Lulu, working multi-camera.
Working through the multi-camera setup a little bit too, you know, weather conditions.
For your enjoyment at home or at school, whichever you prefer. We won't tell Dr. Bedford.
You're supporting the team here. I mean, school spirit. Where's your school pride?
100%.
I mean, you got to show up.
Education can happen at the ballpark or on Vipe Live.
That is accurate. Right now, the education, some teachable moments certainly for some of the young members of this Austin High team. That wind has picked back up.
I shouldn't have jinxed us.
I was wondering why you'd said something so early here. Like, you still got a few innings to go at this rate. I mean, My gosh. And Schreiber maybe feeling a little chill run up his spine there. Is that one way off and outside?
It's just trying to earn my $0 paycheck. Provide some analysis.
There you
David.
go. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
So Ty Schreiber's 52 pitches so far. This is his 13th batter he's faced. 30 of the 52 are strikes. It's not a bad ratio.
This one finds its way into the gap between first and second. And Cadenas throw to first, not in time. He's let that one come to him.
Yeah, if you're going to make that throw to first, you got to be far more aggressive. Go get that ball.
And we will have a courtesy runner here for Robstown. I said it was Cadenas Besa playing that one a little conservatively. And you get it, right? You know, you don't want it to take an extra bounce and skip up and over your head when you're coming up for it, but let that one get to him and puts one on as Schreiber gets the next batter to wave and puts him down 0-1 in the count. And comes back. This one chopped to the left side. Puts him down 2 strikes. No outs. Robstown still leading 1-0 over the Maroons of Austin High right now. The runs scored on an error back in the top of the first. This one driven straight to short. Kenny makes a throw to first, and it's 2 away. Just lined it straight to Logan Kenny, able to pop the glove up, snag it, and it comes down. The runner from first to second fell trying to reverse course, and Kenny able to get it to Fletcher Wilson for that out.
You know what I love most about that? It wasn't an outstanding play. It was a routine play, but he made the routine play.
Right.
We talk about fundamentals, and that's the key to the success of this team. Logan Kenny just showed you the basic definition of fundamental. Caught the ball, threw the ball, and got it out. Let's see if James can go make this play.
Ranges over, and he missed it. But right there is Jane Besa. The throw to second, not quite in time.
Boy, he was way over on right field.
And Besa was right there behind him. It was just off the outstretched glove of James Scott, and then Jane Besa was right there to recover. So, in the spirit of teamwork, there to pick it up, but you'd like Scott or Besa to make that grab, and I think you would want to, at some point, give that over to Besa.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not quite sure if James called him off or he didn't think Besa was there, but that was more in right field than right center.
Because by the time it was said and done, Besa was right there where Scott landed and where the ball landed. Besa was in position. Got to think it would have been an easy grab for Jane Besa at that point. Contreras drops it, throw to third. It's safe. Not in time. I'm going to say Cadenas was not on the bag when he made the grab. He kind of fell.
He still had to get the tag
into
down.
a sitting position, and he just couldn't reach back for the tag.
You know, James and Jaden had a play like that against Aikens last year. Besa was in left field, and James was way over in left center and dove and was unable to make the play. And I'm not sure if they're not communicating or what's going on there. That one shoots through.
Contreras flips it, Schreiber. And they're going to say safe. Run scores. Score on the wild pitch.
That's an important run, too.
Takes a 2-0 lead. You talk about it's an important run, but it's one of the points that we've really labored here, which is the fundamental baseball. And when the fundamentals have not been played out well, as this one fouled off down the third base line, when the fundamentals are not performed or executed, this is what it can turn into, right? It's not like Robstown scores that run on we got a base hit, then we picked up another base hit or a sacrifice fly or what have you. It was just a calamity of errors that allowed him to range the base paths and come around to cross the plate and add another one into the run column scored for Robstown.
Yeah.
Much like the first one. It's just errors and miscues have beleaguered this Austin High team this afternoon.
Yeah, the way that runner got from second to third was on a ball in the dirt.
This one right up the middle, off the mound, and Carter Hayden can't stop it. Comes up with James Scott coming up with the throw to Logan Kenny to hold the runner at first.
And then, of course, that runner scored from third on the pass ball, the wild pitch. I'm not sure.
However you want to score it, but in either case, I mean, it just the fundamentals. Contreras wasn't able to stop it, and it comes back to the wall. And good effort on the recovery to try and get it back to Schreiber in time, but just a hair's breadth late. So a 2-0 lead for Robstown. Still 2 away, runner at first. Schreiber, the windup, outside. Throw back to first. Close.
Close, but the right call.
Yep. 2-0 count, 2 away, runner on first. Schreiber comes back fast and throws a strike, 2-1 count. Coach A taking time here.
Murray's called timeout.
He's bringing in his entire infield for this conversation. A little conversation between Schreiber and Wilson is part of this. Like we said, teachable moments here. And that's really what these tournaments are for. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice, you know, you pick up a lot of wins, you sweep your way through the tournament or what have you, but it's really just a bunch of teachable moments and kind of giving as many guys as you can reps together to figure out the identity of your team, who fits in best where on this field.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. We do need to pick up and earn some confidence here as well.
I agree. I think that's a big part of it, too. Swing, miss, Contreras, throw. It's high, and his throw. So earlier, that same kind of play, he trails off the throw, and it trails to right. Here this time, he tried it almost like he overcorrected, and it trailed off left this time.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and runner second.
I think he's working on finding this arm slot.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you come down, you know, to say below 3/4, your ball tells back towards first base. or into the runner. And it looked like on that one he tried to get more overhand and just kind of, he's still getting used to that arm slot. So.
Full count here.
2 out, runner at second.
2 away. 2-0 lead here for Robstown. And Schreiber has this one fouled off, so stolen base attempt won't mean much. This one popped into the gap. Logan Kenny can't get there. Scott comes up, throws a Schreiber, and it gets through to Contreras, and the third run will score on the base hit. So a 3-0 lead, 2 away. 2 of the runs scored here in the fourth. Really the only first earned run.
2 runs in, make it 1-0 the count.
Right now 3 runs scored on 4 hits for Robstown. They've only got Austin High graded with 1 error.
2 out, the runner first.
1-1 count. Wind up, pitch, fouled off into the net on the 1-1 offering. So it'll go strike 2. Schreiber, let's throw outside and call that a steal. 2-2 count. And time call here for Robstown. So 2-2 count, 2 away. Contreras. Did he lose it?
Not sure what happens.
It looked like.
But here's what's about to happen. They're going to run the rest of the game until he proves that he can get them out. That's what's about to happen. Yep. So it's already started happening.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it looked like, I don't know if Contreras or maybe the cold, he lost his grip on it trying to make the throw to third because Schreiber came up, or I don't know if Contreras just ate it as Schreiber domes this one. I don't know if he caught it off the shoulder or off the side of the helmet. But that's a hit by pitch and a runner on first.
Yeah, we're going to have to make a pitching change. This is unfortunate. So, Ty, I don't think threw that bad, but a couple of things didn't go his way, and unfortunately right now he's going to leave this game down 3-0 with 2 runners on that he's responsible for.
Well, and I think, too, you talk about a few things not going his way, right? And I think in part of that, I think that kind of started to really kind of get into Ty Schreiber's head a little bit, that it almost started to feel like from a pitching standpoint and from just his mindset coming off the mound, that Schreiber was almost trying to make up for it almost, if that, was the way to describe it, is almost trying to take more on himself and pitch their way out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the emotional aspect of the game. I think you're spot on with that. But, that's part of growth and maturity. You have to get to a point where your circle of focus is so lasered in
right,
that you know that you can only control what you can control. You can't do more than what you can control. So in that instance, the only thing he can do is throw strikes, keep the hitters off balance. He cannot control anything else.
But I think he started to worry about everything else to that point, and I think because he started to try and work outside of the mound, work outside of the plate, I think it just kind of opened up the door for a few more errors to come into play, and it just kind of got away from him in that regard. So Henry Shooter will come in relief.
Just like he did Monday. He pitched an inning and 2/3 on Monday, faced 7 hitters, gave up only 1 hit, no runs, no earned. Looks like he walked 1 and struck out 2. So we need to get an out here. We had 2 outs. We've been sitting here with 2 outs for a little bit.
Been sitting here for a while. Felt like it might be a quick inning the way it was going with those 2 outs, and then it has just kind of, like I said, dragged on. In part, just a lot of stolen bases, a lot of miscues again, kind of cropping up here in this, top of the 4th inning here, and.
Yeah, so we're approaching 5 o'clock. So, again, we're not sure if they're on a hour 45.
2 hour.
Or 2 hour.
Yeah,
But if we started right at 3:45, which I think is pretty much accurate, we may only have, 30 minutes to play.
Yep. Shooter, not worried about the steal there. Comes back with 1 here. This one just a little bit high. Can't get to drop in. A 1-1 count. Credit Henry Shooter, man. He is out here. He ain't got no long sleeves on. The cold ain't bothering him.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Everybody else around him got long sleeves. They got the mask on. Not Henry Shooter. No way. I'm cold just watching him. 2-2 count, 2 away. And a 3-0 lead here for Robstown. Shooter, the 2-2. They're going to say that one. Maybe just outside, 3-2. Gets him to chase there, and that's the strike that retires a side, leaves 2 stranded, and stops the bleeding here for Austin High. So we'll hand it in to the bottom of the 4th with Austin High Maroons down 3 and working to try and recover. Let's see if they can on the other side. You're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vibe Live Network.
Maroon Baseball is supported by Austin's oldest independently run pharmacy, Terrytown Pharmacy. Founded in 1941, Terrytown Pharmacy has been family owned and operated since 1950, and the Newberry family is loyal forever. Visit Terrytown for great customer service, incredible gifts, and necessities. If you haven't transferred your prescriptions yet, give them a call. Thank you, Terrytown Pharmacy, for your consistent annual support of Maroon Athletics. Terrytown Pharmacy, online at terrytownpharmacy.com.
Welcome back in to Steve Castro Field. David Roy, James Scott here at the broadcast booth as the Maroons have Osby Contreras at the plate. He'll go down 0-1. The wind-up throw, and Contreras takes the hit by pitch. And so Contreras walks his way down to first. And we will have a courtesy runner come in for him.
Landon Shipper.
Contreras not too happy about it. He wanted to stay on and help run. They send him back so he can get his equipment on. Got to preserve the catcher.
All right, let's be smart on the bases. Let's get something going, man. This may be our second to last at bat, maybe, depending on where we are in the time.
Here's Besa. Swing and a miss here from Jane Besa. Looked like he was just early.
Yeah, it's a 69-mile-an-hour curveball just out in front on.
One.
There you go.
Besa catches up with it, drops it into the gap. That's a base hit. And Shipper thought about it for a moment before Coach A waved him off. But that is 2 on, no outs.
2 on and no outs. It'd be interesting to see how Coach A plays it here if he didn't slap down the bunt sign to Kenny. If I was Kenny, I'd push it down first base line if that's the case.
Yeah. And Robstown going to come out and have a conversation with their infield. Do we see a pitching change here?
Well, Moreno says here he's only at 44 pitches. 28 of the 44 strikes. He's only faced, This is his 14th batter. Boy, 14 batters in the bottom of the 4th. So he's just faced a few over the minimum.
Yeah. Here comes Kenny. 2 on, no outs. Not a bad place to be. Bunt sign was on, and it'll go down 0-1. Kenny couldn't put the barrel to it.
Got to go down first base line if he's bunting again. That first baseman's way back.
See if Coach A leaves the bunt sign on. He does. And Kenny can't get the bunt down. Then they try to make the throw over to second, see if Shipper was asleep at the wheel, and he was not.
Unlike Ray Benson, he is not asleep at the wheel.
That's exactly right. 0-2 count here for Logan Kenny. .3-0 lead here for Robstown, bottom of the 4th. And Kenny goes down looking. Up comes Henry Shooter.
Henry went 0 for 1 on Monday. Struck out. See if he can redeem himself here with the big hit.
Only the 1 out. Runners at first and second. Pitch outside, and Shooter doesn't like it. Just takes that one for the 1-0. Ball 1, no out, or excuse me, no strikes, 1 out. Shooter takes the ball 2. takes it for ball 3. Now, like we talked about earlier, at this point, do they change their mentality on the Robstown pitching side? And does Austin High swing at the 3-0? It is not, and that's a walk. Took on ball 3 and gets walked down to the first base to load him up for Fletcher Wilson.
All right, Fletcher Wilson 0 for 1 today. Big opportunity for this senior to deliver.
Time taken, and Coach A, I think, trying to get a courtesy runner in for Henry Shooter.
Comes Charlie Dice again.
Yep.
You know, we have played 10 innings, 10 and a third innings, and we have yet to score our first run.
Yep.
So what a time to change that right here with Fletcher Wilson.
Really good spot, too. Only 1 out, bases loaded for Fletcher Wilson. And Wilson takes this pitch for ball 1. Wonder how short of a leash Robstown will give their young pitcher here. Do have somebody warming up in the Robstown bullpen. The 1-0. Outside, ball 2. And here it comes.
Yeah, interesting. He went from, pretty much control of this game to losing his feel of the strike zone pretty quick within a span of about 15 pitches.
Yeah, and that's it. Only have 1 out, bases loaded. And you're giving Wilson here a 2-0 cushion. Had to wonder how short of a leash that was going to be, and indeed they decide to pull him there in that spot.
So the books so far, granted it is not closed yet for Moreno, 3 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs, no errors. No runs, no earned runs. Walked 3, struck out 4. Now, all 3 runners on base are his responsibility.
Yep.
So we cannot close the book on him yet.
So Fletcher Wilson. Boy, what a big opportunity here for him. Base hit. Gotta think closes this down to a 1-run game.
Let me see if I can get you a name on this pitcher.
In a dreamer's world, what a time it would be for Fletcher Wilson to take one for a ride and give Austin High a 1-run lead.
Boy, you're asking for everything. How about a base hit? How about a base hit, David?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, base hit, though, a base hit, I got to think would score 2 and cut this to a run, separating Austin High and Robstown.
What number do you got out there?
13.
And unfortunately, I don't have a 13 on their roster.
Now we got a 13 out here pitching, it looks like. Yeah, it's a 13, all right.
I have 2 3s. I wonder if one of these is actually 13 and not 3. Either way, Fletcher Wilson going to stand in with a 2-0 count. Good hitters count.
For Fletcher Wilson. Only 1 out, bases are loaded. Here comes Wilson. Check swing, they're going to call that a strike. Don't know that I'd like it, but I'm not the man in the mask behind the plate. 2-1. I'll call that strike 2.
That's back-to-back 70-mile-an-hour fastballs. You just got to choke up on the bat and punch it over to right field. There's a big hole over at first. For whatever reason, the first baseman's still playing pretty close to the bag.
Martinez on deck. Fletcher Wilson going to take time here.
This is where your hitting approach. You have got to choke up on the bat and just put the ball in play.
2-2 count. Fouls it off. It's a count will stay 2-2. Wilson was just able to make contact. Stays alive. And now time taken here for pitcher and catcher to get on the same page. Here we go with the 2-2. The wind up, delivered inside. Down goes Wilson looking.
That's 3 straight strikes.
Wilson wants to know what's up with that, but that one inside. So 2 away, bases loaded. Here comes Jason Martinez. And Martinez fouls off the first one.
On the batter, number 10, Jason Martinez.
Carter Hayne on deck. Here comes the 0-1. Way outside.
Somebody's swinging us with a nice catch on that one. Stop.
A 1-1 count.
1-1 count. 2 out, bases loaded.
And the pitch.
Good eye.
Inside.
2-1 now.
It's a 2-1 count here. So Martinez fouled off the first one. Gets him ahead here in the count. The 2-1's high and away. Gives Jason Martinez a really nice hitter's count here. Really nice cushion. The 3-1. And they will walk Jason Martinez, and that will bring one across.
After 10 2/3 innings, we get our first run of the season.
Yeah, there you go.
Now a base hit ties the game.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
And who better than Carter Hayden?
Yes,
the
sir.
sophomore.
He's made a few really nice plays defensively here this afternoon. This would be a really great opportunity for him to make one on the offensive side.
The young man has an opportunity. That's all you can ask for.
2 away, bases loaded still. Carter Hayne takes this one down away, ball 1. 1-0. Fouls this one off.
Count evens at 1-1.
Everything out of this young man's hand has been between 66 and 72 miles an hour. Certainly not too big a situation for Carter Hayden.
No, it is not. Nothing he can't hit. If he can see it, swings and misses there. 1-2. Here's Carter Hayden. Staring down the 1-2. Fouls it off. Stays alive.
Count holds at 1-2.
James Scott is on deck. Sarge wanting another opportunity. Can Carter Hayden give it to him? Swings, misses, and that'll retire the side.
So Pickers maintain a 3-1 advantage.
So the run scores. Austin High puts one on the board here in the bottom of the fourth. But they will still trail by 2, and they leave all the ducks on the pond as we head into the top of the fifth. When we come back, you're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vibe Live network. When we return.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Welcome back in, Steve Castro Field. David Roy, James Scott here in the Austin High YouTube live stream as the Maroons trail 3-1. And Henry Shooter coming out, laying one right down the pipe and gets strike one. Comes back in, and this one gets fouled off. Strike two. The 0-2. This one driven out, floated. Besa snags it. Popped up high and left out there for Jane Besa to settle underneath it in right field and puts one away.
Number 2, Hayden Lozano, the right fielder. He walked.
Shooter comes back. One just outside, 1-0. Comes back with one inside, and that's fouled off.
We have a team dinner tonight at 7. It'd be a much more joyous occasion if we pull this one out.
Yeah, very. Will still be a joyous occasion, I imagine, but maybe a little more subdued. 2-1. This one driven out to center field. James Scott can't get back there. Catch it on the bounce and gets this one to Carter Hayen to hold the runner at second.
Yeah, they were pulling him to go opposite field, so when he pulled that ball, James had a long run ahead of him.
Just couldn't get underneath it.
Christian Salice, next batter, number 23.
Able to pull it in on the hop, though, so
DHing for the pitcher.
one away. Shooter comes back with another strike. The 0-1, down low, a 1-1 count.
Evans at 1-1. Two balls and strike.
2-1 count. This one gets fouled off for a 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Runner at second. 1-1.
Shooter. With the 2-2, this one gets lifted straight to James Scott. And it's 2 away. Well, he didn't really have to move much off his spot either. Maybe sidled a little bit to his left. That was it.
Runner at second. They're 2 away.
Shooter comes back with one way up high, ball 1. Another one upstairs, ball 2. This one down low, get him to swing at it. And go strike 1 here. 2 balls, 1 strike, runner on the way, and Contreras just eats that one.
He
picks up strike 2.
He had that stolen base on Shooter. That kid on second was 3 or 4 strides down before Henry ever released the ball. We have to do a better job of keeping runners honest.
Yep. And there, retiring the side. Robstown leaves one stranded at third after the stolen base. And now Austin High, maybe their last chance to answer.
Top of the order, we got to get something going.
James Scott, Javi Godinez and company coming up. When we return, bottom of the 5th, Austin High trails 3-1 on the other side.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Welcome back in. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth as Austin High looking to respond And we may yet still have a half inning because Austin High sending somebody down, it looks like, to work in the bullpen.
Set to lead off the on half of the fifth, the number 3, James.
Let's see if that is the case or not.
You know, a lot of it could depend on how fast this inning goes.
I guess it depends.
This half inning.
Yeah. Here comes James Scott.
All right, we need base runners.
Need them on, and we need them strong. No better way to start it than with the Sarge, and it does look like Austin High has sent somebody over to warm up. As Scott gets this one through the gap, and that's a base hit. Slips it right in between first and second, and gets one on the first pitch at the bottom of the 5th inning. Brings up Javi Cadenas. Sarge on the move, throw to second, not in time. Javi takes strike 1, and that'll advance the Sarge into scoring position. A little bit of giving Robstown a taste of their own medicine. As Cadenas fouls this one off. Down the third base side. Goes down 0-2. The tying run is at the plate. The 0-2 outside. Can't get Cadenas to chase.
You know, some of these guys on the Maroons, we have got to know and realize that these guys are not throwing as hard as what we're used to.
Right.
People like James, Javi, Jaden Bass, Osby. We got to just wait on it, stay closed up, wait on it, then explode on the ball.
And Cadenas chops this one down to third. The throw to first.
James didn't play that right at his runner on second. And when he saw that third baseman come in and release that ball, he needed to take third base, and he didn't do it.
You see Coach A little frustrated with it.
You can understand playing cautious over at second because that run doesn't mean a lot, so you don't want to make a stupid out. But as soon as that third baseman released that ball, you got to go get that base.
Puts one away. Now has to be Contreras at the plate. Jaden Bass on deck.
You know, that was another at-bat where we didn't get a bunt down.
Mm-hmm. The 1-0. Contreras fouls this one off.
That'd have been a good one.
Just rolls over. And a 1-1 count. One away. Wind up downstairs. Good take by Osby Contreras. 2-1.
Hey, he got hit again.
He gets hit.
Wow.
Took that one on the arm.
Hey, by any means necessary. There you go.
There's 2 runners on, so tying run is at first, leading run at the plate.
And Jaden Bass is 2 for 2 today.
There you go.
Let's make it 3 for 3.
Shipper comes in to courtesy run for Contreras. One away. Here comes Vesa. Pops, drives. This one. Really good play there by second base to just drift into shallow center. And it's 2 away. So here comes Logan Kenny.
Number 12, Logan Kenny, the shortstop, up. 2 out now with 2 on. There's that first and second.
Logan's just got to take a deep breath and lock in. He's certainly not going to overpower you. Stay closed up and drive the ball. 70-mile-an-hour fastball.
A good take by Logan Kenny. It was just a little bit high of the zone. And a 1-0 count. Swings at the 1-0 offering and waves as it goes by. 1-1. Two away. This one gets fouled off. And a 1-2 count. Henry Shooter on deck.
1 and 2 with 2 away. 2 on and 2 away.
Down to his last strike. Logan Kenny. Here comes a 1-2. Swings and misses. And that'll retire the side.
1 hit and 2 left on. Pickers 3-1 after 5.
And
trying to figure out if that's
trying to
it
figure
or
out
not.
if that's it or not. Like, they're not sure either. Robstown clearly is good with it. Contreras has got his gear on like we're still going. They just checked their time.
Yeah, he got 5 minutes, I heard the umpire say.
And
so we get one more
I
at
guess
bat.
We're still going.
Boy, oh boy. We didn't get any runs across there. We had our leadoff guy on. We couldn't get a bunt down. Contreras got on. We had 2 on and 1 out and couldn't get a hit off of a pitcher throwing 68 to 72, say.
So we will see a 6th inning, and we will take a quick break. When we come back, top of the 6th, we'll have a new pitcher on the mound for you for Austin High when we return. You're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vipe Live Network.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages. With the latest technological advances, patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Welcome back into the Austin High YouTube live stream. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. Another pitcher change here for the Austin High Maroons. Gage Pitt comes in to work off the mound, the senior.
Gage Pitt making his varsity debut here against Robstown Cotton Pickers.
Couple of trying to keep an eye out here. Doesn't look like anything else defensively has changed. Mesa still out in right. Martinez over in left. James Scott still in center. Fletcher still at first. And Javi Godinez still over at third. Kenny at short. And, of course, Carter Hayden still at second. Top of the 6th.
Let's get a 3 up, 3 down, and then go in and score 3. Go to dinner with a smile.
Be really nice. I would take it. Here's Pitt. The wind up. This one gets popped. Taken for a ride. Into left center field. Scott gets a show off the arm, and that is a double to get things going.
He one-hopped that off the wall, 345 sign, so he probably hit that ball about 338, something like that.
I got taken for a ride. James Scott, Jason Martinez, both ranging back there, and it's Scott who makes the throw, but it's a base hit double. And we'll have a courtesy runner.
The Cotton Pickers coach is upset with his own team, and I'm not sure why.
He's not happy with the base running there on that one, I guess. I guess he wanted him to turn the corner for third.
Well, I think my guess is he probably gave him a take sign. He missed the take sign, and he's, well, that's an old school baseball coach for you right there.
Bunt sign on. Contreras can't scoop it. Tried to bare knuckle it, and he just couldn't get his handle on it. And so runner takes third. Good job by Contreras to be in position, just couldn't find it. That one I think I will attribute to the cold on that one.
Yeah, and, you do a good job of stopping the ball. You need to stay calm and cool to pick the ball up. And that's easier said than done because the guy's running on you and you want to go make the play and all that. You got great intentions. You just got to stay in the moment and do, again, what you can do.
Got really excited. Base hit. Godinez to third. The throwback, not in time.
Yeah, he's safe.
Contreras couldn't reach back and get the tag.
Well, the throw was on the first base side of Contreras, so he had to reach over to his right and come all the way back over to his left, which is really hard to get a quick tag in on there. So now it's 4-1. Not what the doctor ordered.
No outs either, and a runner on first.
Number 3, Aiden Elizondo, the left fielder, steps in here. Person west of first base. One run in.
This one skips over to short. Kenny, the throw back to first, not in time. Got it to Carter Hand, but Hand cannot get it back over to first, so one away. Just couldn't pick up the double play there.
Gonzalez, number 7, steps in here with a runner at first and one away. Ball 1.
Contreras does a good job there. Slide over.
Contreras with a good catch, receive.
A 1-0. Pitt, wind up. And puts that one in for strike one.
Ball to strike, one away. And runner at first.
And Pitt, throw back over to first. Gage Pitt. 1-1. This one gets popped straight up. Contreras gets underneath it. Throw to Fletcher Wilson. Not in time.
That was great hustle by Osby Contreras and great mind to think, hey, the guy is not over there on first and make a very quick throw over there. Good play by Osby. Didn't quite work out on the double play, but he made a heck of an effort over there to catch that pop-up.
Gets over there and just the throw just not quite in time. And they're looking, and he's out. But now they're having a discussion.
That usually is the first base umpire's call, but he wasn't in the position to make it.
And it's the out.
Yeah, the home plate umpire was in a much better position to make that call.
So there's the out. Good job by Gage Pitt to get the pick off there. So that retires the side. Austin High down 4-1.
Do or die time.
That's it. And bottom of the sixth. Would expect this is it. So we will see if the Maroons can muster up a rally here, down 3. We'll find out on the other side. You're watching the Austin High YouTube live stream, part of the Vibe Live Network.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Welcome back in to Steve Castro Field. David Roy, James Scott here in the broadcast booth. We're talking about the batting order, but it is not Henry Shooter who comes up to bat for Austin High here. We would seem a...
This is Bodie Martek.
So Bodie Martek going to come in for Shooter here.
I don't believe Bodie got a at bat in the game the other night, so this may be his varsity debut as well.
Could be.
Let me check real quick. David Roy.
Martek just warming up right now. Now it is still sent. Wilson, Martinez on deck.
Yes, this will be his first at bat. I know Coach A is high on this kid. Tall kid. He's only going to get beefier as he continues weightlifting and eating, which I'm sure all these boys will do. We'll see that here in a bit.
We will see that for sure. We'll see Martek here to get us going. Bodie Martek. To get us started, fouls this one off, but boy, what a launch. That one almost could have been out in the street. Put them down in the count 0-1. Wind up.
There you
Drives
go.
this one right up the cap. Short, ranging over to the throw at first. Is in time, and we'll get the out. Really athletic play there by the shortstop.
Well, you got to hand it to Bodie. He busted as fast as he could down the line.
Yeah.
Gave it everything he got.
Had a good, clean hit.
Fletcher Wilson standing in 0 for 2 today. Struck out once.
Here's Wilson. Takes this one. It was down in the dirt. 1-0. One away, and fouls this one off for strike one.
One strike.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. No runners on. And Austin High down 4-1. Takes ball 2. The 2-1. Wilson pops this one. So hitting up in short center right and second base. Able to get underneath that one for the second recorded out. And so up comes Jason Martinez with Carter Hayden on deck.
Jaden Martinez, the batter, number 10. 2 out, nobody on.
So here comes Martinez. With 2 away, going to chop this over to short. Throw to first. Is in time, and that will retire the sign, and that should do it. So that will do it for us. Robstown will get the win through 6 innings, 4-1. The final score in this one. And so the Maroons will go out tonight thinking about improvement on tomorrow. Tomorrow we get things going early on, starting at 11 a.m. Austin High will play against Dallas. And then they'll play again at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, playing Sinton. So we will be back for that. We'll discuss everything from tonight tomorrow because it's cold and we all want to get out of here. So in the interim, Austin High comes up short 4-1. They'll start the season 0-2 as we will turn our attention to tomorrow's doubleheader. So that'll do it for us on behalf of our entire broadcast crew. Lulu, Maisie, Fatima making the trip down here with us. Of course, my broadcast partner, James Scott. And we will see you bright and early tomorrow at 11 a.m. Till then, have a good night, everybody.